Cool. All right. So basically got all the assessment stuff. So now we're ready to run through a typical flow of a workout. So we'd always start our workouts with some sort of tissue solution. So you don't have to be very crazy with your foam rolling, but I think a foam roller still is one of the best things to start kind of the massage circulation process, just to kind of get blood flowing. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna sit on the foam roller. Let's bias to our right glute. We're gonna cross our right over our left. You're going to use your right hand and your left, and then you're going to bend your left knee, and then let's just say you're going to do let's do 5 or 6 passes on that tissue. So if you find something, we found a lemon, there's another lemon. And the goal with this, guys, is we're just trying to create a little bit of change in stimulus. You don't need to go fast. If it's really super bad, and there's viewers out there that might be very responsive to this, it's the first time they've done this, do it in small doses, right? You don't need to be a jerk to yourself, the rest of the world's there for that.
And too much of this can actually cause inflammation, right?
Right, yeah. So we're just trying on the front end of a workout, we're just trying to say, hey brain, we're going to start doing some stuff. We're going to increase some circulation in some areas, and just kind of open some stuff up. So people are sitting a lot, let's go and do the left hip. People that are sitting a lot, people sit in the saddle a long time, we know that hips are a hard hit spot for issues. Okay. So if you guys both had some glute maybe activation issues, we would probably start here, right?
Yeah. Will this help activate the glutes?
This, I think, will start the process, right? I think and it also brings some awareness, like, hey, what are you working on? Your conscientiousness, that's a big part of all this, is, hey, we're working on that hip. So let's go ahead and transition to our right side. Let's do our right, we're going to do our right IT band. Okay. So right IT band, I want you to extend your right leg. You're going to swing your left leg over. Good job. Yep, and I want you to go from the outside of your right hip to outside of your right knee. So find that nice line on the seam of your pants. You're going to go up and down. Here comes the fun words. For our cyclists out there, this is probably going to be top 2 not most fun spots. So again, don't be a jerk to yourself. 20, 30 seconds aside. So this one, guys, and then let's transition to our left side real quick. And again, real quick, we can, you can just, people are going to ask slow or fast, whatever is comfortable for you. I don't think you need to bounce on it or anything crazy. Don't make it weird. Okay. So the next one we're going to get, let's go stomach down. We're going to work on your right quadriceps. So let's get the foam roll on the left side of the body. Perfect. So let's treat the quad like 3 different hallways. We're going to point the toe outward. So we're going to work on more of the groin or inner quadriceps. Then you're going to point your toe towards the ground. You're going to work on the quadriceps straight up and down. You're probably going to find some stuff. And then you're actually going to turn your toe inward, everyone to their left, and you'll get on that lateral line of your quadriceps. And you'll probably find some cookies in there or something. Oh, yep. So you can stop and pause on some of those more ouch spots. Totally up to you. Again, we're just trying to change the impulse a little bit, so knock out that other side. So especially for that cyclist that travels quite a bit, you would want to focus a little bit more on those quads and hip flexors in that area, just because this is a highly abused area, right? So you found some nuggets in there, eh? Yep. Yep. All right, so let's go ahead and do those calves now. So feet would be forward. Let's go ahead and cross our right over our left. So our left will be the bottom leg. Right over left, good. And then you're going to prop yourself up with your arms, get a little tricep work in, go from your Achilles tendon to the back of your knee. And then this one you can treat like 3 different hallways. So you can have your toe this way to the sky and also this way. So you can get on the lateral line, the straight up and down, and then on the inside of the as well. So
I don't do this enough, apparently.
Yep, and the follow-up question is, does this get better? Yes, it does. After first couple weeks. I like to think it's also a good indicator or a checkup on yourself of like, hey, wow, this is pretty gnarly. I need to focus on this more. So it's a good little checklist for yourself.
And how often do you recommend this?
I like pre-activity. So pre-strength routine, they're looking at twice a week.
And pre-ride?
Pre-ride if they have time, of course. I know people transmit the rides, but we're always in the conversation of good, better, best, right? So something's better than nothing,
so
right?
Twice a week in this program is good.
That's probably sufficient for now.
Okay,
cool. So foremost to the side. Yep. So we're actually going to keep facing the camera. We're going to get into our ankle mobility work. So with this one, we're going to go ahead and we're going to grab, we're going to do your right leg. So you're going to go right hand, sit in between you guys, do a little powwow here. So right hand underneath your right leg. Right hand, grab your left elbow. Left hand up top, grab the top of your knee. And then we're going to bring our big toe all the way up. So let's go, we're gonna go clockwise first. So here's the game here. When we're going around in this circle, I want you to open up your toes as much as you can. That's why I like your shoes off for this one. And you're gonna go around that circle as much as you can. And then when you're at your 6 o'clock or down, I want you to point that toe down like you're on a gas pedal. And you're gonna go all the way around. We might feel some foot cramping. Yep, there it is. And pretend let's just do 2 clockwise and then 2 counterclockwise per foot. So again, you can cramping. And it's not I haven't had enough electrolytes cramp. It's you asked your tissue to do something it maybe wasn't used to or hasn't done in a while.
Okay.
So let's do 2 per side. Knock out that left side. So again, pre-activity, you want to get the ankles nice and warmed up. We know predominantly there's a sniper in here. And then you got 2 per sided?
Yep.
Right on. Okay. Cool. All right. So now we're standing. So let's grab some wall. So this one, guys, this is called a hip car. This is a global hip movement. I'll do a quick demo. Hand will just be on the wall. We're talking about your outside leg. So we're going to lift up your leg as high as you can, as high as you can control. Then we're going to open up that gate. When I open up my hip, I'm going to keep my chest square, and then I'm going to turn that leg and then extend all the way around. So my goal is I want to maintain my height, and then I'm going to extend back and then bring it up and around and then through. So that'd be 1 rep. Okay, so I'll key you guys through it. Okay. So hands on the wall. We're just talking about your outside leg, so right, left for you guys. So knee as high as you can. You don't need to pull up any higher. Yeah, hike the shorts up if you need to. And then let's open, then we're gonna open the gate, keep your chest facing each other. Good, and now here's the key point for you guys. When you turn that foot out, you're gonna maintain this height. It's just gonna rotate on the same plane. So that's the tough part. So rotate.
Mine doesn't work.
Okay, so do your best.
Yeah.
That's tough, huh?
Very.
And we found that in the assessment, though. So we knew we had some internal rotation issues. So the goal with that one would be do your best. If it's something, in a situation where you're doing movements and it's painful, go check, get a checkup with the doc.
Okay, so even if we have a limited range, you had a huge range.
Right. It's
okay to do it and just hope it gets better over time.
Right. That's the focus. Right. That's the focus point. So, obviously operate within your ranges and up, big.
Oh.
Yep. Good.
Okay. And then.
Yeah. Let's do a rep on the other side. Go ahead.
How many reps is this?
It's 2 per side.
Okay.
So, but for us, we'll just do 1.
Yep.
That's pretty good, John. It's a little sticky, Chris. Good. And then you got to go back to front, though. You missed that.
Oh, you go back. Oh.
Yeah. So you got to go right leg back and then up and around. Good.
Cool.
So that'd be 1 rep, traditionally like 2 per side pre-activity.
Yep.
And I kind of call it like your daily vitamins. You do it once a day and keep the doctor away kind of thing.
Yep.
So the next one is going to be a hip car, but with more of an internal rotation focus. So again, this is where we'll be more specific. Chris, this would be one I might shy away from doing a ton with you because you seem to have some hip pathology. John, I think you got a clean boat to do this. So let me demo this. You're going to go up. You're going to go out. I'm going to grab that leg. I'm going to hold myself into external rotation. I'm going to let go. And now I'm going to rotate here. Rotate. Here, rotate. So basically I'm just articulating that joint by holding it up. Okay. So we'll do let's do 3 per side. So Chris, doesn't mean you can't do it with the hip that doesn't bother you. Or just do your best.
I'll try my best.
Yep, good. So I would want you to focus on slow and then heel up. Good. Feel that difference there? Yep. You focus on that outside hip. Good. Okay. Right. On the other side. Yep. So a lot of upper hip, glute. And so even on your right hip, Chris, that's limited.
Yep.
Right, okay. Yeah, so that will help open up the hips a little bit. So we've knocked out some ankle mobility, some hip mobility. Now I actually want to get into some activation work to turn some stuff on a little bit level. Cool. So grab those mini bands. We're actually going to be, you're going to sit on your bum. You're going to put the band around your feet, the arch of your foot specifically. All right, so now we're going to lay on our back. This is called our hip flexor activation drill. So you're going to let your knees come to your chest. Both of them, both knees to chest. I want you to grab your right knee, extend your left leg. Grab your right knee, extend your left leg. So basically you're kind of doing a little bow and arrow. So obviously you can see your lots of tension on the band. I want you to flex both your toes. Both toes are at dorsiflexion. Good, pulled back. All right, you guys look good. So here's the game. I'm gonna, on the count of 3, you're gonna let go of that leg, but you're gonna keep it where it is. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch. Let's go left leg. So that's a core activation drill. So watch out, Chris. Don't turn that to a bow and arrow. All right, letting go in 3, 2, 1, let go. Holding for 5. Maintain that hip. 4, 3, 2, 1, and good. Just because it's fun, let's do it one more round. Right knee grab, left leg extension. Letting go in 3, toes are flexed, Chris. 2, 1, and go. 4, 3, 2, 1, and good. Let's go left leg now, last rep, and then we'll get you on up.
Still want the black band?
Nope. They wanted the black band earlier off camera. I says, don't do it. 3, 2, 1, go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and good. All right, slide that band up just above your knees, and you're going to stand up, face the camera. Cool. Feel stuff working or activating? Yes. Okay, so little space, guys. We're going to get athletic stance. Knees are bent, hips are back. So kind of athletic posture we did in the test. Yep. I want you to pretend your knees are windshield wipers. You're going to go right knee in, right leg out. Left knee in, left leg out. And I want you to keep your foot on the ground. You can pivot off of it, but I don't want your heel to pop up like that. Okay. So let's do about 20 seconds of that. So again, we're focused on strengthening the hip, a little external, internal rotation. Show me a little coordination. Should feel some stuff working a little bit. A lot of bit.
A lot of foot.
A lot of foot?
A lot of foot.
Okay. And now both knees in. Now we're dancing. Both knees in and drive them out. So yeah, you can do whatever you want with the arms. Yeah. If you feel it, let it go. So again, the nice thing about these band routines is, you know, if you're traveling on the bike and you're going somewhere, you can keep the band just with you in your helmet, do a quick routine, throw it in the car for your friends see you. All right, now let's weight shift to our right hip. We're going to hit knees bent, butt back. We're unweighting the left foot. When you're ready, pick up that left foot and hold. Kind of freeze frame. I want you to flex that left foot. Flex that left foot. Good. And now we should feel that right hip working pretty good. About 20 seconds of that. You should feel stuff working pretty good. And now I want you to transition to a single leg hinge. Your left leg's going to go back. Chest is going to drop a little bit. See if you can maintain posture. Put out your airplane arms if you need it. Good. You don't need to go any closer than that. Good. And stand tall. Let's do the left hip. Stand on your left hip. Put the weight on it. Extend your right leg. Toe is flexed on the right foot. Hang out right there. So again, the goal is we want these to be utilitarian and quick and dirty. That's the whole goal, takeaway with this.
What does the flex toe do?
I think it actually kind of gives you some good tension on that foot, because otherwise if you keep it flexed, people tend to get off a little bit. So on the opposing limb, we want some tension there so you maintain good balance. Let's go into that hinge. You want to maintain a little wider, John. Oh. Yeah, good. Should feel your hips working pretty good right now, right? All right, last one, but the fun one. Face me real quick. Athletic stance, load the hip, push and catch, push and catch, push and catch. Go and do 10 for the camera. Should feel stuff working pretty good right now. Your band might be older or newer, John. It's a little sprightly. Good. Okay. All right. So lose the bands now real quick. And the last one we'll finish with is just going to be a nice sequencing movement called a bear crawl. So nice and easy. Okay. So basically bear crawls have been something that's been around for a really long time. To be nice and strict with it, when you guys are in that position, I want your wrists underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath hips, start in that all fours position. We're going to start back over here this way, and then we'll crawl towards the camera about 4 or 5 steps. So here's the strict thing, guys. I want you to pretend you're playing Operation, and there's walls, and you can't touch the walls. Okay, side to side. So you're going to lift your knees just an inch off the ground. Both knees off the ground, and put weight in your toes, just an inch. And then you're going to crawl forward, 5 steps small. I want you to pretend you have a cup of coffee in your back and you can't drop it. Can't move. Try not to move from here. If you do 5 steps forward, nice and controlled, and then backwards. So again, humans develop crawling patterns, like a baby crawl. This is a nice progressive version of that. So we could do that 10 to 15 feet. We could laterally crawl. That's a good one just to wake everything up and your heart rate's up. Nice. So again, that's a nice space efficient movement as well. Yep. So that would be we're ready to rock for our strength routine after that.
Okay, perfect.
Cool.
So we'll get into the strength routine now.
Yes, sir.
Perfect.